All right, so for the homegrown service of Aubrey Graham today, the Super Bowl halftime performance by Kendrick Lamar. What if I told you that Black people have had a part of the Super Bowl halftime show way longer than you actually know? It's February 9th, time for more Black Excellence during Black History Month. And for that answer, we actually have to go back, and it turns out that the great HBCU, Grambling State University, actually performed at the halftime show for Super Bowl I back in 1967. Yes, they're considered part of the very first halftime show in history and actually became the first Black performers in Super Bowl halftime show history and the first HBCU to perform at the Super Bowl. They were invited to go play in LA at the Super Bowl in 1967 by the NFL commissioner as part of integration efforts that were going around in the 1960s due to the civil rights movement. And they wouldn't share this field alone, as they would be playing alongside the all-white marching band from the University of Arizona. And they would put on a show as over 45 million Americans watched these two bands play together, simultaneously putting on what is considered one of the greatest marching band shows to date. It was so successful, in fact, that Grambling State was invited to perform solo at Super Bowl II the next year in 1968. And following that, even more HBCUs were invited to play at the Super Bowl, as Florida A&M would go on to be invited to play at Super Bowl III and V, while Southern University was invited to play at Super Bowl IV alongside Carol Channing. And to this day, Grambling State University actually has the most Super Bowl halftime show appearances, with 6, their last one being in 1998. And their shows were always magnificent, to the point where Grambling State essentially had set the standard for what a Super Bowl halftime show should be. And it's kind of crazy to think what world we might be in for our halftime show had they not been invited to the very first one. And seeing the effect of what Grambling State has done for many other halftime shows, here's today's quote. One light feeds another. One strong family leads strength to more. One engaged community can ignite those around it. This is the power of the light we carry. The phenomenal Michelle Obama.